All right, hello everybody.
Hello.
We're back with a new episode of Get Real, hosted by us, BM,
Ashley.
where we get honest about the ups and downs of young adulthood, but from our perspective.
Unfortunately,
Peniel
couldn't join us again.
He gone for 3 episodes. But he'll be back.
Yeah.
So stay tuned if you miss Peniel.
But fortunately, I'm here.
We're joined with pH-1.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Another P.
Yes, in today's topic, we're talking about family.
Oh, man. It's going to get deep.
Yep, it's an important structure that shapes how we move in the world and navigate outside relationships. However, families impacted our choices and personalities. What are some lessons we still keep in mind as adults? If there's anything you guys want to hear our take on, interact with us on our socials at The Dive Studio, or leave us a comment when our full episode videos go up in a couple days after the audio posting at youtube.com/divepods. Subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcast. Leave a review on Apple Podcast so more people can know about our show and join in on the fun.
All right.
Yeah. Is your family in Korea, by the way?
No, my parents are back in New York.
Oh,
My
okay.
sister my younger sister is here.
Oh,
Here.
Yeah.
What is she doing here?
She's a tattoo artist.
What? Is that where you got all your tattoos?
No.
Oh. Why? Why don't you get it from your sister?
I got one here. This,
That's from your
this
sister. That's
Holly,
so
my
cute.
dog.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait,
But my
so-
close friend, who is also my main producer, his name is Mokyo, and
Mhm.
he's also a tattoo artist.
Oh.
So before my sister became a tattoo artist, I
Mhm.
got all mine by him.
Work done by him.
A lot by him.
Oh.
Word. Probably give you a nice little discount for that too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Homie discount?
Yes.
Wait, so your sister's in the arts too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were your parents supportive of her doing tattoos?
Yeah. Because she was really good.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
wow.
good.
Wait, let's just go over our family members first. You have one younger
yeah,
sister,
yeah.
parents, and then you have 2 brothers.
I got 2 younger brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then your parents, yes.
And then my mom, bro, ooh, man, she raised 5 boys,
Why
is what
5?
she says. I got me, including my 2 brothers, my dog,
Mhm.
and
your
my dad. That's what she says.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a
5.
strong woman for that.
Dang.
Mhm.
Yes,
She-
I also have.
Yo, so what?
I also have a younger brother, so
Oh.
we're all the oldest.
Oh, yeah, we
we're
are.
all the oldest.
It's probably why
The
we're
superior ones.
Yeah,
The elites.
the powerful ones.
Yes.
We hold all the power,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
which explains why we're very mature and responsible, probably. You could
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched the
Of
previous 2
course.
episodes, watch it after this one. How's your relationship with your sister? You guys are pretty tight.
Not like homie tight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We used to be like when we were much younger,
Mhm.
and then I think as we grew older, I guess I feel like I'm not a good brother. I'm not that
Mm.
loving
Mm.
of my
Mm.
family.
Are you kind of like
Like I love them, but like I don't express it.
You're not
Yeah.
affectionate with
Yeah.
her.
Right.
Like-
So I feel like they need it. They need my attention. They need my affection to be shown
Uh-huh.
to them. But I just can't get myself to like, I don't know.
I mean, you bought him
It's weird.
Rolexes.
But that's not like showing my emotion. Well, in a
Mm.
way it is, but like I don't say I love you.
Mm.
Ah,
I just can't.
you feel like taksar,
Yeah.
like kind of like.
So I do it
overloyal?
in a different way, my own way.
Mm.
For example, let's say because of this COVID virus, whatever, my sister is, let's say, struggling
Mhm.
financially, maybe.
Yeah.
Then without asking her, because I know she'll say no, I
Mhm.
just like send her money and I just
Mm.
tell her, hey, I know you're good right now, but just let me, this is a sign of me trying to help you out.
Yeah.
You know.
Everything but I love you.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
I got
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
I'm your big brother. Everything.
Yeah. I'll do that big brother stuff without
Yeah.
saying I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you
Well-
guys?
What would you do if she called you and she was like, I just want to hear you tell me you love me?
I'm like,
Oh.
do you guys say I love you to your parents or your siblings?
I
Yeah.
just started
Oh,
recently.
nice.
My mom and my dad aren't the type to say it either. They've never said when I was young, like, I love you, like, you're my son, da, 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 da. But I always felt it because
Right.
they always hustled
Right.
to keep food on the table. So, I never felt like it was a huge obligation to express it, with words like that. But recently, I just started doing it myself because I feel like, I don't know, just something clicked in me one time, and I was just like, I'm gonna start being more expressive about it, and I'm just gonna say it. So I say it a lot. Yeah.
And do they say it back?
Yeah.
Even your brothers?
Oh, I haven't told it to my brothers yet.
Oh.
See, siblings are harder.
Siblings are harder.
I say I love you
Oh, really?
sometimes
Yeah.
to my parents, sometimes,
Yeah,
but only
yeah.
through text.
Yeah.
Yeah, not their voice.
It's more
Yeah.
common through
Yeah.
text.
Do you tell your little brother you love him?
Yeah. When we
How old is he?
FaceTime. He's 4 years younger than me.
Oh.
So yeah, it's kind of like that awkward age gap because it's not close enough for us to be like best friends, but it's not far apart enough for me to baby him. So it's always been kind of awkward. But
Me too.
yeah, 4 years
Yeah.
apart.
Sa-
Yeah.
Oh, same here.
4 years apart.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Whoa.
My younger brother.
Whoa.
Yeah. Air 5.
But I find it harder to say I love you to my mom. I'm a daddy's girl, so I just say I love you to my dad all the time. And he's actually more affectionate than my mom. You know how because most Korean dads are more quiet and stern and,
Yeah.
they don't really express themselves. But my dad, he's a softie. And every time we talk on the phone, he'll say I love you. And it's easier for me to just be like, oh, 아빠 사랑해. But to my mom, I only say it on special occasions. And even when I do, she just hangs up on me.
I love
She's
you.
so cold.
Wow.
Yeah, she like rarely says it back.
But
She's-
she probably loves it.
yeah, she likes it, but she's just like, bye, click. I'm just like, okay. And
Yeah.
to my brother, he's shy too. But when I say like, oh, I love you, he'll be like, love you too. You know? It's very
cute.
like, yeah. It's getting easier as I get older, though. I feel like when I was younger, I don't know, maybe because I was going through puberty, I didn't like saying it. I don't want to say it, but I think distance definitely makes your heart grow fonder. So since I can't see them often, it's only like once a year for like 2 weeks.
True.
I think I do try to express it more, especially because they're getting older too, and that kills me every time I FaceTime with them or I see them after a year. I see how much they've aged. Like I see more wrinkles, and that just like kills me inside because they're human too. They like look like superheroes to us, and they're always working hard and they rarely show emotions. But when you see that they're getting older too, it's like, damn. Like
I heard if you were to sum up all the time that you'll ever spend with your family, your parents, from now, it's like less than a year.
what?
If you're to like sum up all the days and hours that
After you
you'll
become an
see
adult?
them,
Oh yeah.
meet them.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
it's crazy.
I feel like I definitely feel it now too.
Mm-hmm.
Good to start cherishing those times too.
Do you think it's easier to say I love you in English than Korean? For me it is. I think I could get myself to say
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah.
And love you is easier than I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you
Yeah.
is just like love you.
Love you.
Yeah.
It's casual.
It's one
Yeah.
word shorter, but that's still like
Yeah.
33%.
Yeah.
I love you is like
Love you.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you is like telling you that I love you.
Yeah.
Love you is like somebody else could love you. You know? Like, love you. God loves you.
God love you.
Yeah, God love you.
Hey,
But in Korean, it's like 사랑해. It's like
It's
Ah,
like,
it's
it makes you,
like
it gives you like
cringy,
that,
yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, anyone beside my significant other, if I had one, it would be hard to like say.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe because we grew up saying I love you, but 사랑해 is only something that we grew up watching in like
Yeah.
dramas or movies.
So it's more like
사랑해.
romantic, right?
Yeah,
What would
it's
you-
more romantic.
What would you do if like one of your friends told you they love you in Korean?
I feel like
With
사랑해.
friends?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what? I think this pertains to us a little more.
Yeah.
Like one of your guy friends was like, "Hey, bro," he said it.
사랑해.
Slap your face. Don't you ever
I
tell me
mean,
that again.
You know that's what people call toxic masculinity,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's still weird. Like I don't know. I it's weird.
I'll tell my homies I love them
Mhm.
all the
Yeah,
time.
in English.
Yeah.
I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I could say it. But in Korean, yo,
It's like,
친구야 사랑해.
yeah.
Yo, come on, bro, get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, I've said it. I've said it when I was drunk.
Mm,
Oh,
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
drunk is okay.
it's easier.
I think I was like picturing a scenario where it just came out of nowhere. Yeah. Toxic masculinity is bad though, just to get that clear.
yeah. But through text is a lot easier.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I do
Yeah, of
say it to my
course.
friends
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. Love you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so being the eldest kid,
Mm.
I feel like there is a lot of pressure.
Yep.
High expectations.
Yeah.
I screwed that up a lot. I was like, when I was young, I was mad chunky monkey. So like what I remember from, an example of me being a really, really shitty older brother was we used to go to McDonald's back in the day, and then like the drive-through, and on the way home, everyone got a meal, right? Everyone got fries.
Mm-hmm.
The bag's in my hand. I like munch on my little brother's fries. And then there's 3. So I'll like take turns with each one.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get home, one is just completely filled, and one is like almost, 2 is like almost half empty. And like my little brothers would be like, a fight would start because of that. And then like I felt so bad. And my little brothers told me that. I think my second little brother, Austin, he told me that like 6 or 7 years back. He was like, yo, I used to be a really brother. And I was like,
Really?
I see that. But I treat him good now because, I realize now, that was really bad. And I was a shitty brother. So all those fries I took, I paid him back in Yeezys and Balenciagas.
Yes.
But I feel like with
Mm.
different gender, like when you have a brother or a sister, isn't it easier to make up? Like it's kind of like like a day passes and you're just like, hey, like you want to get something to eat, or like
Yeah, I
I
think
feel
so.
like
Yeah.
with girls there's like more tension, and with like all boys too. I don't know.
I was very strict on my younger sister just because I had to.
Oh.
I don't know. I felt very overprotective because both of my parents were working even back when we were living in Korea.
Uh-huh.
So my mom would always tell me, Jonah, make sure your sister eats. Make sure she comes back from Hagwon, or drop her off at Hagwon and pick her up from whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I had to be the babysitter. So me being the older brother always felt protective. So if she did something wrong, and I felt like, why are you doing that? I guess I was over judgmental too, and strict. That's why she didn't really like me, because I was like too strict, and I was that like goody 2 shoes like in the family,
Mhm.
and my sister was like the rebellious one.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. But
Very.
now we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we grew up. We're
Mm.
both adults.
Yeah.
But back when we were like, when I was in college and she was in high school, things weren't that cool. Yeah.
I feel like that's like the time where it's really easy to not be cool too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not because like we were fighting, but
Mhm.
because I think it was more her that felt more uncomfortable around me.
Yeah.
Because she was kind of scared, or like didn't want to I don't know, interact with a judgmental brother.
Yeah. It was very
Yeah.
parental for her, probably.
Yeah. Oh, parental.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I always tell her, I respect your decision.
Mm.
You do you. Your life
Mm.
is yours. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Nice.
But if you need help, I'll help you.
Yeah. Because even with my younger brother, he's more of a troublemaker than I am.
Mhm.
So my parents would always tell me to tell him, and talk to him, talk some sense into him, because my parents don't speak English and my brother doesn't speak English, Korean that well. So it's hard for them to communicate.
Oh, okay.
So I will kind of be in the middle, relaying message to each other. Even when I'm in Korea, they will like message me, and I will like tell that to my mom or my dad.
Oh, that's how it is for me
And
too. Yeah.
I try to nag him, and I try to lecture him, and I try to be like, don't do this, don't do that. But obviously he's not going to listen to me, you know,
Yeah.
like, so now I'm just kind of like, it's your life, live the way you want it, but just be safe. Like, don't get into any trouble. But even that, it kind of sounds like I'm nagging because I'm always worried about him. But yeah, I don't nag as much because I'm like, he's old enough to know now. And so I tell my mom too, because she's a worrywart. Like, she worries like crazy.
Yeah.
My dad's more on the cool side, but my mom's always like, oh, what am I going to do with him? Like, what am I going to do with you? Like, oh, like your future is like, what am I going to do? Like, what are you going to do when I die? And I'm just like, Mom, don't worry. Like, we'll be fine. And I'm always like reassuring her now. But yeah, she's like She's like the typical really strict mom who worries a lot.
But do you still feel like your younger brother is immature?
Yeah.
And you worry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like boys will never mature.
No, just because I find myself always keep thinking my sister is too immature. Like whatever
Really?
decision, whatever action
Like
that
too
she does,
young.
like I'm like, I just wish she grows up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know she's not immature. She's mature. And whatever she's doing is exactly what I used to do too. Back when I was her age.
Yeah.
So like, I think it's just like an older brother type of mentality. Like your younger sibling is always your younger sibling. They're never as mature as you, and you feel like, oh, you're the mature one.
Yeah.
But I always try to like get that out of my head. Like you're not that mature too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just try to be more of a friend now than like an older
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we're older and stuff.
It's a little bit different for me. I actually have that completely out now. I think a lot of it comes from feeling bad for being older brother.
Me too.
No, because I used to treat them really, really bad when they were younger. And there came a point where I matured enough to be like, all right, they're not, you know, there's consequences on their mental health and their physical health from me acting like this towards them. And you know, I found myself to change, and that kind of helped me like not really you know, be parental towards them. Like I've had my moments where I'm just like, hey, that was a stupid decision. But just to justify myself, they've made some pretty stupid decisions. Yeah, if they're listening to this, you know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I feel guilty all the time too, because I feel like we were really close when we were younger, like up until 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, because we went to the same school and then we went to the same after school. We stayed there till like 6, and then we came home, and then we spent more time together. We were always together. And then, you know, like I started going to junior high school and puberty hit, and I like made boyfriends. And of course, I would want to spend more time with my friends and boyfriends than spend time with my brother. And I remember like, he's still young and he still wanted to hang out with me. And even when I went on dates with my boyfriends, he would want to tag along. You know, he would want to go to the movies with me. And I remember just being like, don't follow us. Like, go. Like, no, like, don't come. And, you know, my mom, I would have to take him because my parents would be like, take your brother. And I'd be like, oh. And I'd be like, you just sit over there. Like, leave us alone. And like, just like all those little things, you know, I wish I could have been more like, you know, I wish I could have just taken more care of him. And I wish I could have been the better sister and kind of like guide him in the right direction, and especially when he needed me most, you know, because my parents were never home and we never communicated that much because my parents don't speak English and we're not that good at Korean either. So it was always just me and my brother, and I wish I just dedicated some more time, invested some more of my time to help him, you know, just grow up in the right way. But I feel like I wasn't really there for him when he needed it. And he listens, you know, he listens to the podcast, and he watches my YouTube videos. He puts my YouTube videos on repeat when he sleeps, so I get the views. Like,
he's really proud.
He still has that then.
Yeah, he doesn't say it to me though. Like, he never says anything to me. It's my mom telling me, you know, I found out through my mom, because like, you know, Tyler like puts on your YouTube videos like on repeat when he goes to sleep. And I was like, really? Like, oh my god, I don't know. But then he won't tell me, you know. It's just like, oh my gosh, now I'm getting teary-eyed.
Because I've seen pictures of him. He looks like the type of dude who like, you know, like super macho.
Yeah, we look exactly alike. He's just me, like with shorter hair.
Yeah.
Ashley crying. She's crying.
Oh my god.
He's teary.
Can we get her some tissues?
No.
Here, Ashley.
God, thank you.
Tyler is really, really lucky to have a sister like Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay, how many tissues are you getting?
We don't know how many.
I'm done.
Dude, those are
you
paper
haven't even
towels,
started
bro.
the video message yet. You don't know how many you're gonna need.
Oh my gosh.
I'll leave you with that much. Let me know if you need more.
Thank you. No, it's just like whenever
Dude, that's for like a pool of water, bro.
I know. It's just like whenever I talk about family with anyone, I just start crying. But
man.
Tyler, I hope you're watching or listening. I miss you and I love you so, so, so much. And I hope you know that.
Oh wow, damn.
This is like one of those, like, you know, when you go on camp and you sit by the
Yeah.
bonfire, it's like, let's say something nice to everyone. Oh God.
Austin, Hugh, you guys talk to me like I'm more your little brother now, but I'm letting slide because I was to you earlier. But I know you.
Oh my God. Yeah. I love you.
That's touching.
Huh? I don't know. What is it? Harry, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Karen. Yeah. I'm sorry that I couldn't be a better brother, but I'll try my best from now on to be a better brother, better friend, and hope you guys. I hope you don't hate me, and just remember that I love you. Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Why?
Because it's a little sister.
You started it. You started it,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ashley. You made it. No,
Hey,
but it was
it's
a very
nice.
much needed
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. Well, coming back.
I think when it comes to decision making, I'm more like my dad. Because what my mom has said about my dad, she says he's either the smartest, most genius person in the world, or he's an idiot. I feel like I'm kind of like that with my decisions. It's either like super there, or it's just whoever I tell about this idea. You don't know about that one. Yeah, that's how people respond. So yeah. But apart from that, my dad hustles. So I think that's one thing I really try to be like. My mom included. My mom actually, she my grandpa from my mom's side, I didn't know, but I'm not blood related to him. But I've seen him since I was born. And I heard from my mom recently, like 4 years back, yeah, that's not your blood related grandpa. I was like, what? Where grandpa at then? And then she was like, your real grandpa, like her father was not a good person.
I see, I see, I see.
He ran away and he was just like a really shitty person. So my dad told me my mom handled everything by herself from like a really young age, like college, school, getting ready for everything. Like she is strong woman. I'm more like my dad, I think. But you know, at the end of the day, it's props to both of them for you know, it's not
Respect.
easy raising a child. So let alone 3 children.
I'll say like half. When it comes to when I'm calm, when I'm just normal, it's more mom. My mom is more intelligent. She's more logical. She's more reasoning, reason based. Yeah. But when it comes to emotion, my dad is super emotional. He's very sensitive. Yeah. So, and very creative. Yeah.
Very good traits.
No, but I remember because I remember when I was growing up, I saw my dad sometimes come home really angry and like, you know, create this like hostile environment at home, you know, and me thinking as a young kid, I'm never going to be like him. I'm never going to grow up to be like him. And then as an adult, I find myself just like him sometimes, you know? And I'm like, damn, you just can't run away from
It's
genes,
inevitable.
DNA.
Yeah.
Dang.
But it's something that you can work on. Yeah, traits that you can work on and improve.
I'm just kind of like my mom in the sense that we are both worrywarts. Like I get my worrying from her because I'm so used to her worrying about us. She was very strict with me, and I was the firstborn and also a girl, so she set my curfew to 10, even in college, and she made sure I came home on time. She never liked any of my boyfriends. She never approved of any of them, and she would never let me even sleep over my friends' houses just because she was always so worried about what could happen. And I get that from her because I grew up watching her do that, and I'm kind of like that too. Even when I lived in the dorms with my members, like I couldn't fall asleep until they all came home, until I made sure that they were all home and they were safe and sound. So that trait I get from my mom. I do want to be more like her in the sense because of like her independence, because she's super independent and she's super hard-headed, and like you said, she's also very logical. But me, I tend to go with what my heart wants more than what my head wants, and I'm very emotional, so I just follow what I want and like right then and there. But my mom is just more calm in that way, so I want to be more like her in that sense. And my dad, I am like, because he's a crybaby like me. He watches like animal documentaries and he cries, and like I'm like that too. I can't watch animals being hurt or anything, and so I'm like a softie like him. And he's also more sensitive, and he was also in a band, like he did music, like he sang and stuff. So I feel like I grew up listening him singing and listening to him sing, and he would play a lot of music for me when I was little. So I feel like I got into music because of him. Yeah, he kind of influenced me that way. So I am thankful for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like guys soften up when they age.
They do.
Right?
Your estrogen levels go.
Yeah. Was your dad always kind of sensitive?
No, he was not.
Me too.
Yeah.
My dad used to be mad scary.
Me
But
too.
now
bro.
he's mad soft.
After 29, starting 30, I heard the guy's testosterone levels just start going down. So naturally, estrogen levels just.
Yeah, true that.
Wow.
So you definitely get more emotional. I think my dad, according to my mom, he's definitely getting more emotional nowadays too. Yeah, it switches, they say.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Moms get like harder.
Yeah.
Like heart hardens.
Yeah.
And dads just get softer.
It's
Dang.
like-
Wow.
How do you guys feel about having kids and raising a family?
Before that, do you guys want to get married? Eventually.
You're right. That is the first question, huh?
Yeah, because we are getting older. But I don't know. It was always a dream of mine to get married. My parents got married and they had me at 23. My parents are the same age, so they were really young.
Right.
And I enjoyed having young parents. It was fun. And I always imagined myself of being a young mom too. And I wanted to get married like latest 26. I wanted like 4 kids, and I just wanted a really big family. But I mean, reality, my contract didn't end till I was like 27. And now I'm like just starting to enjoy life now. So I have no thoughts on marriage yet. Yeah. I could see myself living with someone, but I don't know about marriage. But it might change. I don't know when it's going to change. Like there might be one day where I wake up, I'm just like, I just want to be stable. Like, let me get married and just have kids and live on an island or something.
Never been married before, clearly, but I don't know like what comes with it legally, but I feel like it's more legal now. I don't know why. Like it's like more legal stuff. Like if you love someone, you live with them and you kick it with them every day, then you love them and you kick it every day. And like, if you see the rest of your life with them, I feel like the marriage, I guess in a sense, it is like tying the knot, but I don't know. I don't feel too obligated to like. I don't think I'd be the type to pressure my significant other. Be like, hey, let's get married. Like we need to get married. I'm like, I don't think I'm like that type.
Yeah, I'm scared because more people are getting divorced now than married.
That's another reason why I feel like because the legal stuff that comes with divorce, right?
Yeah.
Gotta sign that prenup. I'm just kidding.
How about you?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Marriage isn't something that I think about right now, but I do want to get married eventually, just to have somebody that I consider to be my companion
for life.
For life, my friend, my best friend. I think that's something that I really want. But kids, I don't know, man. I'm losing hope in humanity every day when I look on the internet. when I look at what the kids are doing nowadays on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to have kids. What do we have to offer our kids? What's good right now?
In this world.
Yeah, I mean, see, there's a lot more bad that you could think of than good, I feel like, nowadays. So
Yeah.
it's going to strike a huge amount of fear bringing a new life into this world, I feel like, for me. So kids, that's like not even like a thought I have at all right now. Yeah, I think I'd be completely terrified of, you know, like you said, what you see kids do these days.
But then don't you think that's what the past generations used to think about the kids when they were our age? Like our parents might.
Shoot, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah.
I don't know how scared my parents were, but it wasn't scared enough to have me, bro. Because
Yeah.
my mom
So
was,
have 3 of you guys.
yeah, my mom was 20 when she had me. So she was,
Wow.
and I think,
Super young.
yeah, I
Young.
think about when I was 20.
True.
Damn.
So it's like, you know, it's scary. But I mean, it is a beautiful thing. It's definitely a beautiful thing to bring a new life into this world. But I don't, you know, I think I'm just too scared.
Nowadays, you see babies, like literally babies in the, what is it called? Like you must
Strollers?
strollers with an iPad.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like swiping.
Yeah.
I saw a baby swipe for the
Yeah.
next
That's
link, related
crazy.
link. And I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
And when you tell them to like impersonate your phone, like how do you know what do you do when you pick up
Well,
a phone? They go like this.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
To
know.
this
the,
now.
they
It's
put
not
their
this
hand like
anymore.
palm
What
on
the hell
their
is
face
this?
because it's a smartphone, and we're like this, you know.
Or what if your dinner table, you guys are, there's no phone, right? You guys are just chatting.
Yeah.
But then your daughter or your son is like, okay, hold on. And then everything's like being recorded on the camera. And they're going to be like, okay, this is going to go on YouTube. Then what then?
That's something I would do.
Okay then. No, but like
Yeah,
every
I would
day,
do
I'm
that.
saying.
But it's just sad because if you go to a restaurant, you know, you never see people like talking anymore. It's just
Yeah,
like while they're waiting
seriously.
for food, they're like on their
Me
phones.
too. Like I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
You know, like-
Oh, I mean, if I'm with friends, we'll talk.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but
There's this thing in Korea when you go to a restaurant with
Mhm.
friends. There's this game you play. You put all the phones together, and the
Mhm.
first person to touch your phone has to pay everything.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
really,
good
have
rule.
you done that with your friends?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. That's a good rule.
that's
And then if nobody touches their phone before
Touch
they
pay.
end, touch pay.
that's smart.
Oh, have you ever lost?
No.
Oh, okay.
I pay for shit. No.
Easy money. Nobody calls me anyway, so.
So we're gonna get into our next segment, which is mail time.
Yes.
We've heard about each other's families. Now we're gonna listen to user Ina and her situation. She says, my dad and I don't really have a good relationship. He always has this attitude that you have to listen to him because he's the dad and he demands respect. So in return, you can't say anything back to him, like even if I have my own opinions and stuff. It's not even constructive criticism at this point. It's just full on being rude. I just don't feel like it's right to give respect to someone who hasn't given me the same thing.
That's pretty common, right? Just because you're old, you expect to be respected and you expect everyone to, you know, follow you and obey you, even though it might not make sense. Yeah. You know, you call it konde in Korea.
Yeah.
It's like they think they're right all the time.
I think because my mom was a reasonable person, I talked to her more. And tell her that, Mom, I know this might not be the right decision in your eyes, but let me go and do it and make my mistake so I can learn. Can I? And then she's like, okay, then do it. Because she's reasonable.
Right.
But if she thinks that whatever I'm about to do is gonna seriously hurt me, then she's gonna be stubborn about it. Then I accept it because I
True,
know
true.
how my mom is a very,
Logical
reasonable,
person.
logical. Yeah.
It was with my mom. I got into a lot of trouble with her because she didn't let me do a lot of things. Like whether it was like hanging out with friends.
Right.
And even though I said like, we're not going to do anything bad, I'm just hanging out, she'd be like, no. And then I try to reason with her, I try to talk to her, but she wouldn't listen. It would just be no, no, no. So then I started lying to her, and then I started drifting away from her because when you're constantly lying to someone, you don't want to face that person. You don't want to talk to that person because you feel guilty too. And so I feel like the dad has to change, but in order to change, you have to confront him and you have to talk to him. But I just don't know how well he'll take it or like how much he will try to change. Like,
yeah. I mean, if it's like those type of conversations where it's just like, but dad, I feel like it's like this. No, you're wrong. Oh, no, you're wrong. If it's like that, then, you know, it's not going to get better either way. But I feel like one thing you can do is kind of just very respectfully be like, I feel like, you know, although you're very strong about your opinions and whatnot, you could respect my opinions a little bit more. I don't know exactly what her age is, but if you're 5, you probably need to listen to your dad. If you're in high school, you know, what I said, maybe you could kind of like talk to him like that. Like, you know, this is the time of my life where I need to have my own opinions and whatnot. And, you know, you're going to have a big generation gap with your dad too. So that's something he needs to understand as well.
Okay, this one is from username Shar. And Shar says, my parents are extremely conservative. They believe/follow stereotypes too much, and it suffocates me. I love art, but they classify art people as weird. I want an undercut, but they say it is not a good image for me. I understand their point of view. However, I'm a free-spirited person. How should I deal with it?
Wait,
No,
what's
see,
Art
art.
person.
Oh,
she's on the verge of rebelling now. She's like right at the cliff and she's about to jump towards her freedom.
Yeah, she feels suffocated.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like as if you were still in New York with your job and you wanted to do music. You realized you really wanted to pursue music, but your parents till the end said no. Like they wouldn't let you go to Korea. They said, no, stay at your job, stay at your desk job, no music for you, no music.
What would you have done?
I would have rebelled, I think.
Right?
Yeah. If you're at that point where you're suffocating, you can't do it anymore. Like you just can't. Yeah. You just gotta do what you gotta do to survive and be happy.
I mean, if I were a mom, I would want my kid to be happy. So even if I know the outcome is going to be bad, as long as it's their like life is not at stake, like as long as they're not in danger, I would let them experience it for themselves to learn. Because I know a lot of parents, they like prevent the kids from doing anything because they're like, I know what this is going to lead to. I've been through this. Like, I know better than you. I'm wiser than you. I've experienced this before. So they're like, just don't do it because I know the outcome. But then sometimes like people need to experience it firsthand to learn from it and to be like, oh, my parents are right.
What if your daughter? Here's another hairy scenario.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
What if your daughter is hitting puberty? She's in high school. And she's like, Mom, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend is a drug addict. You could tell by the look.
That's different.
Why?
Why?
Because
Her life is at stake. And then your daughter's like, just like you, Mom, I'm not doing anything bad. We're just hanging out.
Oh, I just wanted to punch you right now.
Why don't you trust
He's
me?
like, I'm not doing anything bad.
So what would you do, Ashley?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, Miss Choi.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Oh God.
You're playing the part perfectly,
I'll
by
show
the way.
your daughter. I'll show your daughter a good time.
Oh my God. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, about to cry.
Oh God.
Let's hope that doesn't happen to any of us.
Yeah.
Really.
What would you guys do if your daughter did that?
Oh my God.
See?
I would sweat the hell out of the kid.
No, but like, what if because you did that, your daughter hates you for it? Oh my God, like, don't say anything to
Don't sweat
Michael.
Michael?
Yeah. Leave Michael alone, Dad. Oh my God. He has more followers than you anyways. What would you do?
I'd be hurt. I'd be really hurt.
Nice. That's the perfect ending. Perfect ending.
Wow.
Nah. Strong. I'll go first. Mom, Dad, 사랑해요. 많이.
엄마 아빠 사랑합니다.
엄마 아빠 사랑해요.
All right, guys. Beautiful message for our parents. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up today. Yeah. If you wish to stay updated on the show, IG and Twitter at The Dive Studios. Full episodes on youtube.com/divepods. Once again, subscribe and review this podcast. Thank you again, Harry, for joining us. Thank you, Ashley. And thank you, everyone, for listening. And we're going to say goodbye now. Peace.
Bye. Come back soon, PH1.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't already, please check out Higher Music's compilation album, Red Tape and Blue Tape, on Spotify, Apple Music, on all the streaming websites.
Woohoo.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hey, did you like this video? If so, click the subscribe button.
And make sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video.
And listen to the entire audio episode on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.